Welcome to the School of Emotion. I'm Infinity. Thank you for joining me for Feel to Heal. Today, we're going to talk about what healing actually fucking looks like. Um, so, over these 31 days, I've been sharing, well, I will continue to share for the rest of the 31 days, practices that will support you in learning about your nervous system and how to create flexibility, resiliency, and what I call a resourced nervous system so that you can be with more of life, so that you can experience more joy, so you can experience more connection. Like sometimes I get so like in the weeds of trauma and stuff that I forget like why the fuck we're doing this. We're doing this to feel more connected to life. We do these practices so that we can experience more joy. Um, and it isn't like, while it's like, it is going into the darkness, but on the other side of this is more life, is more joy, is more beauty, is more connection. So thank you for being here with me today. And if you're enjoying these practices, please remember, helps me out. Like, subscribe, share them with friends or family members. And I also have programs that continue to support your nervous system. I have a monthly membership that's $33 a month, where you get to practice with me live, where you get to ask me questions, where there's lots of recordings and videos and other tools for you. So I'd love to continue to support you after these 31 days. And so on to what we're talking about today. What does healing actually look like? So I remember times in my life where I was like, I'm going to be fucking healed. Like I am doing this and there's going to be this pinnacle moment of like, oh, God has shown his light down on me and I'm fucking healed. And that way of thinking set me up for years of pain and feelings of failure. There was this expectation that there was just going to be this moment where I'd look or I'd feel or I'd just know like, okay, I'm done. Okay, I did it. Awesome. And that isn't my belief anymore. And that isn't what I'm looking for anymore. Um, what it actually looks like is this little layer by layer, breath by breath, realization that maybe you aren't as triggered by something anymore. Maybe you can breathe deeper. Maybe you're sleeping a little bit better. Maybe your thoughts are clearer. And it starts to be this, how do I experience it? This shift in my awareness, this shift in my experience with life and in my relationships. So, my belief around trauma and around healing is that everything in life happens to us for a reason. Every bit of trauma, no matter how heinous or terrible, happens to us for a reason. Like my soul came here for these particular lessons, and there is something for me in every single thing that happens to me for me to learn and grow and evolve from. And that way of thinking really, sorry, I have a hair here. It really helped me to move from being victimized by all the things that happen in life to feeling empowered. And you don't always understand the lesson of what happens right when it's happened to you, because it's like, and you don't have to. Maybe it's a week later, maybe it's years later, and you're like, wow, oh, I get it. And so for me, healing is not this bullshit 30-day thing. I get actually really fucking frustrated when I see these programs and people, because I was at like the heightened like part of like my activation and discomfort in my body and not wanting to be here. I bought into a lot of shit and I thought like, okay, if I buy these crystals, I'm going to be healed. Okay, if I buy this 30-day program, I'm going to be healed. Okay, if I take this supplement, I'm going to be healed. And every time I didn't feel the thing that I wanted. And the thing that I wanted was me. So what healing really is, it actually isn't an additive process. It's a stripping away little by little of all of the parts, of all of the things that aren't you, that you put on to try and feel okay in yourself. And then at the same time, it's a reclamation and bringing back of all of the parts of yourself that you've made not okay. So, like when experiences happen, when trauma happens, little parts of us leave because it doesn't feel safe in here. So, for me, what healing is a taking off all the things I put on to try and find love, connection, safety. And it's bringing back all of the parts of myself that didn't feel that at certain times and giving them what they need in this time right now. So it takes time, it takes space, it takes safety, autonomy, boundaries, patience, and it takes support. So for today's exercise, it's super, super simple. You could do it laying down, you could do it seated. You can do it, anywhere, anytime, wherever you are. Actually, probably not driving. So what I want you to do is it's an eye reflex exercise because the eyes are connected to so many major body and emotional processes. Actually, 80% of the information comes in, like that we receive, comes in through our vision. And the retina, like in our eye, is an extension of our brain. So a calm mind, like we can get a calmer mind with act of the eyes. So for today, you're going to take your little finger, and what you're going to do is you're going to stare at your fingerprint. So we're going to stare like up close at your fingerprint. And I want you to just notice like, oh, look at all those little amazing little labyrinths there in my finger. And then you're going to adjust your eye from looking up close to just gazing just beyond it out into like the periphery, just beyond your eye. So you go like wide focus and then up close focus. As you breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, just adjusting your eyes if you're kind of like adjusting a camera lens. So we're going to go just beyond the finger, finger, just beyond the finger, finger. So as you're doing that, breathing in through your nose, looking at your finger, and then just beyond the finger, out through your mouth. And find a pace that works for you, where you can keep breathing. Looking at your finger, noticing all those little patterns there of your special fingerprint that makes you, you. And just adjusting the eyes in and out, remembering to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Activating this eye reflex stimulates the vagus nerve and helps to resource and teach your nervous system how to be calmer and more flexible. So when you feel done, be done. We'll continue for a few more breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Focusing up close on the finger and then gaze out to the periphery. More isn't always better. Challenging things aren't always better. Simplicity is sometimes one of the most beautiful things in healing. Slowing down, doing easy practices. So do it one more time. Take one more breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And see if as you're going through your day, I know it's the holidays right now if you're watching currently, see if you can use this practice anytime you feel activated, anytime you feel excess energy in your body. Maybe it feels like anxious energy, maybe it feels like tightness. See if you can bring this practice in. And if you found this supportive or any of the other practices, please like, subscribe, share. As always, if you want continued support on your healing journey, I'd love to be there by your side. Check out my website, schoolofelmotion.com, and I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much.